Hey, we're gonna try this again. The last one stopped halfway. I don't know why. Anyways, um, so the first video I wanted to do was on Monique. The situation last year, I wanted to do a video. If that doesn't show you how long I've been trying not to do these videos because I was petrified of anyone seeing me. Um, but to make a very long story short, Netflix decided that they wanted to have Monique, but they didn't want to pay her what she was worth, or even a fraction of that, in my opinion. Um, let's start off with her talent. I think Monique is hysterical. I am a huge fan of Monique's. And even if I wasn't, if you just look at her basic points about being paid fairly and equally, um, just straight up looking at the stats and the numbers of all the different people, just looking at the bare of what they pay, like it just doesn't seem fair right off the bat. And everyone gets on little details like, oh, she wants this much, this much. No, that's not even the issue. The issue is straight up, are you paying her fairly? And look at what she's getting in comparison to everyone else. Then look at the demographics of the people that are getting stuff. I found it interesting that right after that, a bunch of other people started getting a whole bunch of money for different things, and I don't know. I can say one thing about Monique is she's been there for me, even though she doesn't know it. I have problems with depression, and when I am in crippling bouts of depression, which I'll get into in another video, one of the things that can pull me out is Monique. Good old little clip of Monique will have me laughing my butt off. Monique, Lisa Lampanelli, Lunel, some more. Um, we pull those up, and I will laugh my way out of the hole. Um, it's been something that's been there for a very long time. So I'm a huge fan. But even if I wasn't a huge fan, just looking at the numbers, um, I just I just don't feel like it's right. And the funniest thing to me was when she said, "Well, who's gonna be there for me?" I believe it was, I don't even remember which interview it was because I watched like a whole bunch of them, but she straight up asked, "Who's gonna be there for me?" And I've had moments like that in my life where I looked around and I was like, "Who got my back?" And no one had it. And one thing that I appreciate about Monique is that she is unapologetically strong. She does not care. And that's one trait that I'm trying to get back to in my life. Um, the things that I've gone through have kind of taken a toll on my self-esteem and on my voice to be able to speak out. And and I respect somebody who can stand alone and fight alone, no matter how many people make fun of you, how many people sit there and say you crazy, um, tell you that you're not worth, like, the fact that she is so strong-willed and knows her worth is in itself a testament to me, and helps me, well, helps me. I aspire to be more like that again. And to see it is purely amazing. She stood up for what she believed in. She's doing just fine. She's doing a residency right now. I wish I could go. I want to support her so bad. We were planning on doing it, and then I got fired, which we'll talk about in another video, but can't afford it. But what I can do is do my video, and the 4 or 5 people that see it, maybe one of them will go, and I've done my part. But I wanted to do my very first topic video about Monique because one, I wanted to talk about it for a very long time. And today I feel the strength to do it. So I'm doing it and standing in solidarity with Monique. Monique is not crazy. I don't think she's wrong. Um, I think Netflix was really on some foolery. They were really on some foolery, and I think a whole bunch of people didn't want to believe her because it's easier to believe that she's a raving bitch than to look at how deep racism is in this country. No, I don't think everyone's racist. Um, I don't hate white people. My whole family is white. I'm adopted. We'll get into that in another video, but no, I'm not crazy like that. Everything isn't racism, but you need to be woke and knowing that there's a lot of racism out there and it's in many different forms. It's systematic. It's in everything. It's so deep in there that a lot of times people don't see it or don't want to see it. And so when someone calls it out, it's really easy to be like, here we go again, you know? But when you're looking at the way she laid it out, if it's not racism, if it's not sexual bias, then what exactly is it? What exactly is it? Because it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Um, Point blank. And I would say this about anybody. Um, Anybody who's worked their tail off to do whatever. Now, when it comes down to money, big money, I don't know. It's been a struggle to be able to keep $100 in my bank account since, I was in college in, 2000, you know? So when it comes down to big money, $1,000 is a big amount for me. Offer me $1,000, yeah, I'll do a show. Not funny like Monique in the slightest, but I would do it anyways for the money. That's a lot of money to me. But when you're talking about the context of someone of her caliber and some of her legendary status in comparison, like $100 is a little bit different. $500,000, that's definitely very different from someone who's on my level. That's extremely different. So the way I liken it to is being paid minimum wage, um, which is 8.50. My last job, I got paid $12 an hour, um, and at this point, I won't take anything less than that. Well, I have to work, so whatever job asks me, I'm gonna take it. But I know I want more, and I don't have the luxury of really saying no at this point. But um, I I get it. I felt like I was grossly underpaid at my last job, and I commend her for standing up and saying what she had to say. I was very disappointed in a lot of the stars and her coworkers who didn't have her. Um, when she went on the Breakfast Club, I was very disappointed there. I love the Breakfast Club. I watch them every day. They're amazing. I have a love-hate relationship with Charlemagne, even though he don't know it and he don't care. But I think he's brilliant. He has moments where he just pisses me off, but I love him. DJ Envy, Angela Yee, I love all of them. But I felt like they was ready to fight with her as soon as she walked in. I didn't think it was a fair. I think she held her own on there, but I don't feel like they were fully listening to her points because they had a preconceived notion of her and about her being difficult or whatever. I think they already had their mind set and they weren't ready to receive what she was giving. And I don't think it helped very much because it helped certain people with, it helps, what's the word? Solidify the idea that she was just a crazy bitch. She's just a crazy bitch, a crazy greedy bitch who's difficult and thinks that she's worth more than what she is. When in fact, well, I can't say fact. This is opinion in my because it's my opinion. But she had every right to ask for more. And the fact that they wouldn't even negotiate, they wouldn't even get up to $1 million, eh, that's a little crazy to me. So, like I said, I wanted to do my part. I know it's not a lot to a lot of other people, but I feel like it would mean something to Monique. And I know that she's done a lot for me. She doesn't know it, but she's done a lot for me. Comedy does a lot for me. It's huge. It really has the power to, one, bring social awareness. I mean, the whole Bill Cosby thing, that that popped off from a comic who went off, and it started a movement to the point to where he's in the situation he is in now. Um, you know, it has the power to bring awareness to situations. It has the power to bring people out of depression. It has the power to make people feel good, make you laugh, which extends your life. I mean, it's huge and grossly underappreciated in my opinion. So, and I've been dying to see another Monique special for like ever. I look through YouTube all the time for any clips. It's like a crackhead. Like, oh, I need some more Monique. She's everything to me. So, I've said my piece. I have tried to do my part. She's doing a residency in Vegas. I don't remember what hotel. Um, Go see it. Comment and tell me how it is. I know it's going to be hysterical. You're going to get your life where your depends because you're probably going to pee a little bit, just a little. Well, with Monique, you might pee a lot. I don't know. Just be careful what you drink because it'll be hard to hold it in when this girl go off because that bitch is hysterical. Um, I love the fact that she has worked on not her weight but her health. I love the fact that she embraced being a big girl and decided she wanted to be healthy. And I think Monique, I thought she was beautiful before, but she is every bit as beautiful now. I love the way that she walks around with confidence. I think she looks bad as shit. She's a bad bitch altogether, you know. And I love the fact that she cussed because I love cussing too. Especially if I got wine in my hand and cussing offends you. Well, if cussing offends you, you probably should go to another station because you know it happens. We grown. But I love me some Monique. Monique is everything. I want to see her releasing comedy videos like every year. I know it's not necessarily possible, but I love seeing it. I love seeing her. I love the fact that she's lasted this long and she's still thriving. She's taken on some of the biggest names, Oprah, Tyler, and it's not even like she said, it's not a beef. She don't got beef. She's too grown for that. She's just having a conversation. Cause let's face it, like when someone decides that they wanna shit on your name, like that's one of the biggest things for people like me. My name is everything. You wanna really offend me? Like start, talking about my character. There were days, yeah, I used to be a very greasy person. I was not a good person. I did a lot of bad things. I put my family through a lot. There's a lot of stuff that I did back in the day, but I've been living my life for over a decade now. You know what I'm saying? So one thing I won't tolerate is for people to say that I'm doing anything that I'm not. That's not how I operate and that's not how I roll. And I would be quick. Well, at least I hope I would be quick. There's been a couple opportunities that I've had that I did not, and I allowed people to soil my name. And it's something I regret. And so I love the fact that she lives out loud. She's unapologetic. I remember when Adrian Bailon, who I love, was like, why you always got to be loud? And I get that. But I don't think when she was presenting it on the shows, she wasn't being loud. She was being factual. She brought receipts. She was, she wasn't being crazy. Now, she did get a little crazy at her show, but that is her show. She's allowed to. She is allowed to. Just like on my YouTube channel, if I want to say something, I'm gonna say it. I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to be crazy. This is Dingo's. This is Phoenix Dingo's space right here, and I can do whatever I want to, and I can get loud, and I can be exactly who I want to be and say what I want to say. But like they say, there's a time and a place. When she was on the radio station, someone else's venue, she was nothing but respectful. She did exactly what she was supposed to do. So, one, I need people to understand the context of a situation when you start talking about something. Don't jump down a bitch's throat because she decides that she want to go off on her venue. That's hers. Okay? When she comes to yours, she's respectful. When she went to the Breakfast Club, she wasn't crazy. She wasn't crazy. I could tell she wanted to cuss Charlemagne out and Angela Yee. When Angela Yee was like, "Oh yeah, well I heard you were difficult." Mm. Granted, I will say this: you said it to her face. And that's one thing that goes around now too. People are real quick to say whatever and behind someone's back, but when they're right there, they don't say it. So that I will give the Breakfast Club. I will definitely give them that. Um, but no. I'm sorry. I'm with Monique on this one. Hardcore Monique. And I still want Netflix to come back, but I want them to come back proper. You need to come back and give her some serious money. You need to like be like, bitch, you know what? Take half of our side. Do something. Do something because you weren't right. You weren't right in any way, shape, or form. You weren't right. And you disrespected her. You disrespected her. 500,000. Get the crazy as hell. Crazy as hell. Now I would do it because, like I said, $100 is a lot of money to me. And I'm a nobody. Nobody knows who I am. Nobody. You put me up there, yeah, you might get 500,000 views or whatever because people are bored and they're like, well, who's this fool? Let's see what he's talking about. Me, I could get it. I could understand. And I could afford on $500,000 to not work for 2 years while it is you do whatever you do. But someone of that caliber with, I don't know her bills, but I know Cardi B was talking about how she had she paid, what did she say, like $250,000 a month in bills? And it's because the more money you got, the more problems. Who knows what this bitch got to pay? You know what I'm saying? Her living is a lot different than my living. So when I heard all these broke people commenting, I'm like, shit, what are you talking about? Your bills, her bills, a little bit different. Your light bill and your little apartment is probably a lot different than Monique. I don't know what Monique lives in, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. My light bill is usually about $350 to $400. And in the summertime, it can get ridiculous because the AC's running. Just saying. Now imagine if you have and I just have a house, 2-bedroom house. Oh, three. Sorry, I moved. 3-bedroom house. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if she's got. I mean, Monique can't live down here. She can't live here. People be rolling up in her house all the damn time. No, you know what I'm saying? Once you get to a certain stature, you gotta move up. So take into account her bills. Take into account how much she made. She said she made about $2 million a year on her own just touring. It don't add up. So I roll with Monique on this one. Girl, I got you. I wish I could come see you. I just can't afford it. And but I will be looking if you release a video, and I will watch it. Trust and believe I'll watch it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Trust and believe. In Hulu, if you had any sense in your mind, you would go ahead and give her money and get her special exclusively to you. And Amazon. Although I don't have Amazon, so but I would have to go get it if it was if it was Monique, because shit, I can't. Or Title. That's just your Jay Z. You need to do that. Give Monique her money and get your stuff exclusively to you. Just saying, because she worth it. She worth a lot more than what she's getting offered. I'll tell you that. And there's a lot more of these movies that I would watch if she was in it. Point blank. Period. I've been saying, "Where's Monique? Where's Monique? Where's Monique?" I was very, 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 very angry about the fact that she just kind of disappeared. I mean, I know she's been out here, but you know. Anyways, I'm gonna stop my vent. This is a lot longer than I meant it to be, but Monique, love you, girl. Support you. You ain't wrong. Stand in your truth. Don't back down for nobody. And you keep these people on their toes. And I love the fact that she considers the fact that if she don't do it because people did it for her, she got to think about the next one. And some people are like, oh, she's dying to be the martyr. Oh, oh, oh. Look, somebody got to do it. We see this in so many different places, and some people are talking about how women aren't getting paid fairly. The glass ceiling, this, that, the other. Then someone has the audacity to stand up, and what do? We do the work for the people that aren't doing right. They don't even have to defend themselves because we're doing it for them. It's disgusting. So for all five of you that's watching this video, just think about that. Think about that. And when you get mad enough, when you finally see it, send an email to Netflix like I did. That is it. I'm Phoenix Dingo, and I'm out.